Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Word Journey, where we explore the best ways to learn, improve, and live through the English language. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever wanted to start a conversation in English but didn't know what to say? Maybe you wanted to talk to someone new at school, at work, or while traveling, but you froze. Your mind went blank. You worried that your grammar wasn't perfect or that you'd sound awkward. If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. Starting a conversation in a foreign language can be one of the hardest parts of learning it. But here's the good news. Starting a conversation in English doesn't have to be scary. In fact, once you know a few simple techniques and phrases, it can actually be fun. In today's video, I'm going to show you exactly how to start a conversation in English, whether it's with a friend, a colleague, a stranger, or even online. I'll share real examples, useful expressions, and a few mindset tips that will make speaking English more natural and confident. By the end of this video, you'll not only know what to say, but also how to feel comfortable saying it. So, if you're ready to stop overthinking and start connecting through English, let's dive right in. Before we get into the practical steps, let's talk about why starting conversations is so important. When you start conversations, you take control of your English learning journey. You're not just reacting, you're creating opportunities. Every time you open your mouth to speak, you're training your brain to think in English, to choose words quickly, and to build confidence. Think about it. You can study vocabulary, memorize grammar rules, and watch videos for hours, but real improvement happens when you use English in real situations. And every conversation begins with one simple act, starting it. So, learning how to begin a conversation is like unlocking the door to fluency. The first rule of starting conversations in English is this: don't be afraid to make mistakes. Many learners stay silent because they're afraid of saying something wrong. But here's a secret. Even native speakers make mistakes all the time. The difference is they don't stop speaking because of it. If you wait until your English is perfect, you'll never start talking. But if you start talking now, your English will improve much faster. Remember, the goal of a conversation is communication, not perfection. As long as the other person understands you, you're succeeding. So, shift your mindset. Don't think, what if I say something wrong? Instead, think, what if I make a new friend today? Now let's look at the basic structure of a conversation. Every conversation, no matter the situation, usually has 3 simple stages. The opening. You greet the person and say something to begin talking. The connection. You find a topic or common interest. The flow. You keep the conversation going naturally. If you can master these 3 parts, you can start and maintain a conversation anywhere, in person, on video calls, or even in text messages. Let's break each one down. Starting a conversation often feels like the hardest step, but it doesn't have to be. There are different ways to open a conversation depending on the situation. Let's go through a few scenarios with examples. 1. Starting a conversation with a stranger. If you don't know the person, you can begin with a simple greeting and a comment about your surroundings. Examples. Hi, this place is really busy today, isn't it? Hey, do you know if this seat is taken? It's such a nice day today. You can also ask a simple question related to the situation. Do you know what time this event starts? Have you tried this restaurant before? The key is to keep it natural. You're not trying to sound like a textbook, you're just being friendly. 2. Starting a conversation with someone you already know a little. If you've met before or seen the person around, you can open with familiarity. Hey, I haven't seen you in a while. How have you been? Hi, it's good to see you again. How's everything going? Or if you're at work or school, how's your project coming along? Did you watch the game last night? These are warm, open-ended questions that invite the other person to share more than just yes or no. 3. Starting a conversation online. If you're messaging someone for the first time, especially for language exchange or networking, you can say, "Hi, I came across your profile and noticed you're interested in learning languages too. Hello, I'm practicing English and thought it would be great to chat." Online, being polite and friendly goes a long way. Remember, tone matters, even in text. 4. Starting a conversation at work or in professional settings. Professional conversations can feel formal, but they don't have to be stiff. Try these. "Good morning. How's your day going so far? I really enjoyed your presentation yesterday. I wanted to ask you about the new project. Do you have a minute?" Compliments and curiosity are great openers in the workplace. 5. Starting a conversation while traveling. When traveling, English often becomes the common language between people from different countries. You can say, "Hi, where are you from? Is this your first time visiting here? Do you know any good places to eat around here?" Travel is one of the best times to practice English because everyone is open to meeting new people. After you've opened the conversation, your next goal is to make a connection, to find something in common. The easiest way to do this is by asking open-ended questions and showing genuine interest. Let's say you started with, "Hi, I like your jacket." The other person says, "Thanks." You can continue with, "Where did you get it?" or "Do you like shopping here often?" Now you've started a small but natural conversation. Here are a few topics that work well for making connections. Weather. It's been really hot lately, hasn't it? Work or studies. How long have you been working here? Food. What's your favorite dish from this place? Hobbies. What do you usually do on weekends? Movies or TV shows. Have you watched anything good recently? Travel. Is there a place you'd love to visit someday? Notice that these are all friendly, everyday topics. You're not discussing politics or heavy subjects. You're simply finding something you both enjoy talking about. So, you've started the conversation and found a topic. Now, how do you keep it going? Here are a few tips. Listen actively. Don't just wait for your turn to speak. Really listen. Nod, react, and show that you care. Ask follow-up questions. If someone says, "I love reading," you can ask, "What kind of books do you like?" or "Who's your favorite author?" Share your own experience. After they answer, connect their answer to your own life. For example, "Oh, I love mystery books too. Have you read any by Agatha Christie?" Use small responses to keep it natural. In English, people often use short comments like, "Really? That's interesting. No way. I totally agree." These small reactions make you sound more natural and engaged. Know how to exit politely. Sometimes a conversation ends naturally. You can say, "It was great talking to you. I have to go now, but let's chat again soon." That way, you leave a positive impression. Let's go over some useful expressions you can practice and memorize. General openers. "Hi, how are you doing today?" "Hey, how's everything going?" "Hi, it's nice to see you." "Good morning. How's your day been so far?" Situational openers. At a cafe, "What do you usually order here?" At a conference, "What did you think of the speaker?" At school, "Have you finished the assignment yet?" At the gym, "Do you come here often?" Compliment-based openers. "I really like your accent." "Where are you from?" "That's a cool shirt." "Where did you get it?" "You have great English." "How long have you been learning?" Compliments are powerful conversation starters because they make people feel good and open to talking. Starting a conversation is not just about words, it's also about how you say them. Tone and pronunciation play a huge role in how others perceive you. A friendly tone can make you sound more confident, even if your grammar isn't perfect. Here's a simple trick: smile while speaking. Smiling naturally changes your tone and makes you sound more approachable. Body language is equally important. Maintain eye contact, nod when you're listening, and keep your posture open. Avoid crossing your arms or looking at your phone. Even in online conversations, your facial expressions and tone of voice can make a big difference. Sometimes conversations can feel awkward. Maybe there's a long pause, or you can't think of what to say next. That's completely normal. Here's how to handle those moments. Acknowledge it lightly. Say something like, "I'm not sure what to say next," with a smile. It breaks the tension. Change the topic smoothly. If one topic ends, you can move to another. By the way, have you seen the new movie everyone's talking about? Speaking of that, I was wondering. Ask a follow-up question. If you're unsure, use phrases like, "What about you? How do you feel about that?" These small moves keep the energy flowing and show that you care about the other person's thoughts. When you're speaking English with people from different countries, it's important to be aware of cultural differences. For example, in some cultures, people talk a lot about personal topics like family or income. In English-speaking cultures, especially in the West, those topics might be too personal for small talk. Safe topics for starting a conversation in most English-speaking countries include weather, work or school, sports, movies, music or books, travel, food. Avoid very private or controversial subjects at first. Once you know the person better, you can go deeper. Here's something most learners forget. Confidence doesn't come before you start speaking, it comes after. Every time you start a conversation, you're training your brain to relax in English. So, make it a habit. Start small. Say good morning to your classmates or colleagues. Ask your barista, "How's your day going?" Send a message to a language partner online. Each conversation is like a tiny step on your word journey, a step toward fluency. Friendly, clear, and full of connection. If you want to get really good at starting conversations, turn it into a daily challenge. For example, start one conversation per day, no matter how short. Talk to a classmate, a coworker, or even someone in a store. Reflect afterward. What went well? What felt awkward? What could you try next time? You can even record yourself practicing different conversation starters. The more you do it, the easier it becomes. Let's wrap up with a few key reminders. Be confident, not perfect. People appreciate effort more than perfect grammar. Use your environment. Comment on what's around you. It's the easiest way to start. Smile and be curious. Genuine curiosity opens more doors than fancy vocabulary. Don't fear silence. Pauses are part of natural conversation. Celebrate small wins. Even saying hello counts. Remember, every conversation you start in English is progress. So there you have it, how to start a conversation in English, step by step. We covered everything from greetings and small talk to real-life examples and confidence-building tips. The next time you're in a situation where you want to speak English, remember, all it takes is one word, one smile, and a little courage to begin. You don't need to be fluent to connect, you just need to start. Thank you so much for watching today's episode of Word Journey. If this video helped you, please give it a like, share it with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe to Word Journey for more lessons, stories, and practical English tips. Keep practicing, keep learning, and keep taking those small steps on your word journey. I'll see you in the next video.